Each person has a special story, a story of their own life, a story of their dreams, their aspirations, some motivation, some connections, some emotions, and whatnot. And every story is important. Every life is important. Every person uniquely contributes one way or other to the world. That's where we at ManaTV want to bring special stories of special, rather normal people who are doing something extraordinary. It's my story. That's the name of our new series that is going to come to your homes through ManaTV. We want to stay connected with you to explore more about your stories. So do drop in to our studios to share your stories. Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, Adab, and a hearty warm welcome to all the viewers of ManaTV and ManaTV International. My name is Jyotsna Sharma, and I bring to you a very special show today. A show that was much awaited for the people of the community to be recognized, for the people of the world to be recognized by one way or other. Welcome to It's My Story, a new series that will focus on ordinary people and their extraordinary stories. They say Almighty has created people differently. Every person comes with a different set of capabilities, a different set of thoughts, a different set of actions that they prefer to do or take in their lives. And today, we take pride in bringing a special, esteemed guest to our show, a person who has made a great mark in United States of America amongst the Indian public as well as amongst the United States public. Person much revered because he was the president of Federation of Indian Association in 2018 and 2019. He is also the co-founder of South Asian Community Outreach Program. He is president and founder of National School of Cricket in USA, and he has received an award from NYPD Community Affairs. A person who brought a lot of delight and pride for all the Indians in 2018 when he made the Empire State Building light up with Diwali colors in 2018. Let's welcome Mr. Srujal Parikh. Srujal ji, a very, very warm welcome to our studios.
Thank you, Jyotsna. It's always a pleasure to be here at ManaTV, and you guys do an amazing job, and I'm very excited to be in this show. I know it's straight to our hearts, and I'm really glad I'm here today.
Thank you so much. You know, I could not find a better name to begin our show. We really take a lot of pride in what all you do, you know, this all voluntary things that you have done for the community, a passionate heart that you have, you know, the spirit, that philanthropic spirit, very few people have.
Thank you, Jyotsna. I think every one of us who immigrate as a first generation Indian American has a story to tell. And I think my story is not different than all others, you know. But it's always glad to be here, you know, and I'm ready to talk to you today.
Awesome, awesome. See, the thing is, every person definitely has a different story to tell. But you come a lot decorated. And as I said, everybody, you know, is created different. And we all are ordinary people one way or other.
Correct.
I mean, nobody is born with, most of the people who are there are not silver spoon people, you know, were born with silver spoon and were fed into great environment and were educated or brought up, you know. There are separate, you know, different set of struggles. There is a different set of challenge that we have taken in our lives. A lot of people, I mean, everybody goes through one phase or other. You may be born in a rich family. Again, there are still struggles to, you know, meet and come up as an individual by yourself. And that's where, I mean, It's My Story will focus on that. And today, even before we start, I would like to definitely, you know, trace back your upbringing. I see Federation of Indian Association will speak about that. First, tell me, who was Mr. Srujal Parikh as a child? Where does he come from? His motherland, his village or city where he came from, his parents a little bit, you know, everything we want to know.
So, Jyotsna, I came from a city of culture. It's very well known in Gujarat, called Vadodara.
Oh, nice.
And one time it was we had a ruler, Sajirao Gaikwad, who was very passionate about culture, education, and the overall look up of the city. And I had grown up in a very small place called in Baroda, the city, the heart of the city. And it was a very different experience growing up. You know, we have seen in 70s and 80s the riots and the curfews and all this stuff. But although my upbringing was very different in the sense that my parents was very much involved in community services. My father was a part of Lions Club, so I used to go with him, and my mother was also part of Lions Club, and she was appointed by Gujarat government for the women's security.
Kya baat hai.
And yeah, she had done amazing work back in Baroda. So I was growing up with community service, so I had that passion.
I mean, that was inheritance.
Yeah,
you
can say it inherited it. But it was very much like in Baroda, we all seen different stuff that people have seen now, that the new generation have seen now. Because growing up in a small town and the city neighborhood is completely different than upscale areas.
I understand.
You've seen a lot different. Yeah, very simple. I didn't see the TV first time when I was in 8th grade.
Wow.
So there was different life, but I always go back in memories and think that was the best time of life.
That's perfect. I mean, very nice. So you were raised in an environment where your parents themselves were volunteering for the community affairs, for the good of people. I mean that, yes, definitely. It's the parental upbringing that matters a lot, and the kind of culture and the values you imbibe. It's all, they say how you see, you do it, and
Correct.
as a child, the pure reflection, the way you see the environment, you'll do it.
Correct.
So, I mean, as a child you were there. When did you come to the United States of America?
I came in 1992. I was
1992.
about 22 years old. I would say, Jyotsna, that time of the first generation era was a little bit different than what is now.
Absolutely.
Some people might say, between 60s and 80s was different. I would believe them. But 90 was different than was recession time, and there was not much job there, and it was struggle. We all come with a graduation background and everything, but still you won't find your work right away, which you get it now. All technology people who comes today, they get the job right away in their field.
So what was your first job?
So it was pretty interesting. And I told my wife this story, but in the beginning, I had a first interview. And I got it through India Abroad. That was only newspaper back then. And I went for the interview in a small garment firm for bookkeeping.
Oh.
So when I went for the interview, the guy says, I just hired somebody for the bookkeeping. And I was like a little disappointed. And he saw that disappointment on my face, and he saw this is a new immigrant. So he goes, Srujal, if you don't mind, I have another opening in my firm if you would like to do it. So what is that? So he says, shipping and receiving coordinator.
Wow.
I said, fine, I'm done.
Anything is good.
It was $4.50 per hour.
$4.50?
And I have to cut 6 yards of saris, fold them, and ship them.
Wow.
But I never told my family that what I'm doing. They thought I'm still doing bookkeeping.
For the men
so
coming from that background, I mean, yes.
Yes. But but I never felt bad about it. There was a work.
Work is work.
And that gave me a lot of confidence. I can do this. And journey started there, and had a little businesses. Then I went in 2000. I changed my whole career and came into IT sector like everyone had.
Oh, really?
So Y2K was my change track of my career.
And Y2K was challenging.
Challenging,
in fact.
yes.
There was again a disaster that happened.
Yeah. Since then, I'm in IT sector. And I'm very glad working with the New York Police Department in their IT sector. I had 2 wonderful children, both graduated.
Beautiful.
Both have a nice job. So I have more time for the community.
And your better half definitely has contributed a lot.
Absolutely. She had supported me throughout. Without her support, I couldn't
I
be
see
here
that.
or working anywhere. Because when you do community service, you have to sacrifice your family time.
Right.
And I have sacrificed a lot.
She
of
must
family
have
time.
sacrificed a lot.
Yeah, she
Raising
had-
2 kids.
Correct.
I mean, you must be involved outside after your job and everything. I mean, it becomes very tough
It
for
is
the
challenging,
lady of
and
the house.
it is very tough to balance those two stuff. So only way I can balance is if my wife pitch in what I am
Right.
supposed to do. So she had done an amazing job. Now she worked with me in my community service too. She
course.
comes with me, and it is a different ball game now.
I mean, we people are from New Jersey. I mean, our studio is based out of New Jersey, and it becomes a very close connect with Mr. Srujal Parikh. We have witnessed, we have seen him doing a lot of good, things here in New Jersey and New York, and many other tri-state areas, and all over USA. But yes, we feel lucky to be his neighbor here. And that's where it is, and that's how I thought, okay, bringing in Srujal Parikh ji would be a great idea to speak about. And then Federation of Indian Association, basically, FIA. You have been associated with FIA for last 10 years. It is a remarkable thing to understand, I mean, to be associated with an organization which is doing something good. And for my people, my audience, I would like to know, what is Federation of Indian Association in terms of what are their ideologies, what parameters they work on, what are their active associations,
So,
basically?
Jyotsna, the Federation of Indian Association will be completing 50 years of their inception.
Wow,
Next
50
year.
years?
50 years.
Amazing, amazing. There are so many things, your profile is like, I don't know where to put my question from where. And then again, lighting up of Empire State Building. For my viewers, it was for the first time in the history that the Empire State Building was lit up in Diwali colors on the day of Diwali in 2018. It was all made possible by efforts of Mr. Srujal Parikh and his team through FIA. But how did it happen? We need to know from you.
So, Jyotsna, it's very interesting. Three years ago, and we were thinking, why special for Diwali?
Right.
Everybody has something going on for Diwali.
Right.
But let's bring Diwali to different level.
Right.
So I approached Empire State Building Realty Trust, and I said we would like to do lighting for Diwali, and it is a very iconic moment for all of us.
Right.
And they said, Srujal, you have to bring me certain type of celebrity to make PR and stuff, and they put over 2 more years.
Right.
So last year, I got a call in September. Srujal, I remember you approached us for Diwali lighting.
Right.
Let's do it.
Wow.
And I was so thrilled. You won't believe this, Jyotsna. Within an hour, I had
Right.
2 wonderful guests for the part of this event.
Amazing. And who were those guests?
Nina Dulwari.
Oh,
the Miss-
Nina Davaluri, the
Davaluri
Miss
was one
India.
of them, Miss India, USA. No, not Miss
Not,
India,
sorry,
Miss USA.
Miss USA, sorry.
2014.
I correct there, yes.
And Jay Sean, the pop singer of
Right.
USA as well. So they both agreed, and they both came, and they both enjoyed it. And they said, this is the amazing event to be part of it. Because everybody loves Diwali. And it was a wonderful color of orange that day, and I was sitting at my daughter's apartment looking at that Empire State Building in
Such
orange.
pride you must be having,
Oh my God. And
This
it's
is, I'm like, okay, that's where I have been there, played a key role.
it was a wonderful, and a lot of people called me and said, this looks beautiful. And
Right.
they have, especially in NBC News, they said, why they have this lighting today.
Oh, NBC News asked that?
Yes. So
Let the world know.
No, but they explained that Diwali, because of Diwali, they're lighting this
Right.
as Empire State Building.
Right.
So it was a great feeling, I'm really proud, and my team had worked really hard to make sure we get the lighting.
Very nice. I mean, such decorated, contributions that you have made to the Indian community here. And that's where it is all about. It's my story. Grammatically, I'll say, okay, I should have named it as This Is My Story. I like it. I like the program to be called as It's My Story, because when you, as Mr. Srujal Parikh, will see this episode on TV and say, hey, it's my story coming in there. This is what, yes, I went there. This is me.
Jyotsna, I think it's our story. Like
It's
I
everybody's
told
story.
you,
It's our story.
all immigrant came. Very one-liner you will hear from every immigrant, our first generation. I came with $20 in my pocket,
Absolutely.
where I am today.
Absolutely.
So I think the difference between the people who is migrating in last 5 years and
Right.
25 years ago, the change is same.
Right.
We came with $20, they have come with $20, but they came all educated with a great job. The struggles were different.
Right.
I remember you were mentioning about immigration and stuff. So
Right.
that is a different struggle. We never faced that struggle.
I believe, in fact, question was,
Right.
how can Federation of Indian Associations still help those immigrants, 700,000 in number, who are Indians, high skilled. They are waiting for a green card, 100 plus years of wait time. You have any word of advice for them or any wishes or message for them? Do let us know.
I think you have to stand up for yourself and your rights.
That is happening
and
already.
and I think you have started a good movement. I saw that,
Thank you
and
so
that is the what you want.
Right.
You start the movement and let other people join you.
Right.
And we always, as FIA, we stand besides all the community, and we would like to empower the small organization. That is something we do for longest time of the year.
Very nice.
And we work. Give you the example. Last year, we worked with the SKN Foundation for special ed kids. Making sure we help them organizing events, supporting their events.
Right.
So that way, you are spreading your wings wider.
Right.
You're helping more organization. Because there are a very small organization in Tri-State. They do small activities, but you're giving them a hand and they can become bigger, and that impact bigger in the community as well. And you have started really nicely, and
Thank you so much for
wish
that.
you all the best, and we always there to support you.
No, thank you so much. I see, you people, you're like FIA did support legal immigrants. In fact, there was one contingent last year through skilled immigrants in America who were walking on New York, in the parade in New York City last year. And that's all. Of course, that's how you have promoted them. They were walking
Absolutely,
and
that's
trying
what
to
I
educate
said.
people about
Bring your banner, bring your
Yes,
voices,
I see that.
let people heard about it.
So Srujal, this is all, of course, a lot of community organization, volunteering efforts and all. As an individual, as a father, how you are? What is your message? How have you been as a father to your kids?
So, like every other parents, when I came, and the first 20 years of my life was struggling, just to getting struggle. So I really miss those years. I didn't have much time to give to my kids because we were just struggling, trying to cope up to stay here, to survive here, I would say.
Right.
So I miss those days, not having enough time with the kids. But now,
must be
I'm
understanding
just
everything.
trying to get back to whatever I have missed.
There's a long journey yet.
Yes, and
It's just the part of the story. The story is yet to be, there are many more pages which have to add to your story.
like I said, there was always a different aspect of stories on the immigrants of first generation and the
Right.
immigrants of now.
Absolutely.
What we have went through, it's very different, and they have different challenges.
Right.
Like I said, I am not saying they have easy way out or they have easy way all the way in, but it's a different challenges.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that is there. Every time, every era, every age is different.
Yeah.
Everybody's challenge is different. Everybody has been made differently for that reason. Your association with FIA, with different organizations, as you said, SKN Foundation, you supported them, the community outreach program, then the cricket club, then your job as you work for New York Police Department. It's like बड़ी लंबी माला है, एक मोती जो है, हर एक मोती की बड़ी अच्छी अहमियत है, और उससे पिरो करके एक पूरा बॉन्ड बना है. That is Mr. Parikh.
No, thank you very much, Jyotsna ji. Always glad to be here at ManaTV.
We are very happy to have you. One message I want from you for the people of Indian origin who are away from their motherland. What would you like to convey? You've been here, you have helped up so many people. What do you want to convey to them as one individual, as a person, you know, by yourself, and also as a representative of different platforms that you are. What do you see which is lacking, and we as Indians can improvise equally and can come up much better, and very, very resounding success we can see here in USA? What would that be?
So one thing I would definitely would like to tell all the viewers, that stay with your culture.
Very nice.
Never leave your culture. We have a really rich and heritage culture of the world, and we stay with them, and I think that's what you want to pass on to your next generation as well. So I said, keep the culture alive,
Very nice.
and whenever you have time, you work for the community.
That's amazing.
No.
That's definitely,
Yeah.
we will learn that from you. We are motivated from that orientation. A lot of people, thousands and thousands of people who are watching right now must be getting that motivation and message and inspiration from you, Srujalji.
Thank you.
Srujalji, thank you so much. My dear viewers, this has been our first episode of It's My Story. The program is not ending right now because we will not let you go before you see the historic lighting up of the Empire State Building. Srujalji, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jyotsna.
Namaste, thank
Yeah.
you, and you know, I'm very, very delighted to have you here in our first show. And this will be a landmark show, and I believe a lot of people will come to motivate us. Thank you so much, everyone. Keep watching. It's My Story.